My name is James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. So we're gonna have a little chat, and I'm probably gonna let you guys watch Mass Effect instead of watching my dumbass talk. So I want to talk first off about epic falls from grace. You know, as a person that's struggling to break into this entertainment business, you know, I want to ask y'all up close and personal. That'll never happen, but this will do. Do you forgive and forget when your idols or your heroes don't live up to your expectations? When they literally fall from grace? I mean, how do you accept it? I want to know because I don't have pictures to show, but Tiger was in the news this morning, and I'm always gonna support Tiger, not because we look alike, but he was looking right freaking busted today in the news. He's aged a lot. You know, he looked pretty busted up. You know, so I want to know: do you guys when your idol falls from grace? How do you deal? Do you cope? Do you forgive? Do you even want to forgive? Because the simple fact of the matter is that this is a person who you've helped make big. Because the one thing that I know that most people forget when they get famous is that without you guys, I don't get to eat. I don't get to have the fame and fortune in which I seek. You know, so I ask you, if I fall from grace, still need to track down Reyes' cargo, though. Will you still love me for me, or will you pretty much just give me the fucking finger? Now I brought up Bill Cosby and I brought up Tiger Woods because these are people of color that we know have fallen from grace. And the thing with some people who fall from grace, some people come back, and some people, regardless of how much I love them, other people don't and don't think that they should come back. And when I say that, I'm specifically speaking of one of my favorite singers, Sinead O'Connor. So now y'all don't have to like Sinead O'Connor, and I don't give a damn if you don't. But nothing really could compare to her, and I really think that she was a great goddamn singer. But whatever it was that she did that everybody called career suicide, I don't want to follow in her footsteps. I mean, I don't mind getting the fame and the fortune, but I don't want to fucking be broke and have nothing and can't come back and can't make my career shine again or none of that crap. No. But I mean, when we fall from grace, is it easier to forgive and remember why we fell from grace? Is it easier to just you know, do what comes naturally and you know, take it as it come, or that really didn't come out the way I meant to say it? But I mean, lots of people fall from grace. There's no escaping that. But some of us that fall from grace, we literally fall and never ever recover. I mean, never. So when your favorites, idols and stars and heroes fall from grace and you catch them in a moment, like the Cat Williams fight things, and Kramer becoming a racist, Paula Dean becoming a racist, Bill Cosby is allegedly a rapist. Notice how I put that all in one sentence. Racist, rapist. No. Hollywood loves scandal. No, I'm not going to sit here and lie about it. Ah, crap. Hollywood loves scandal. And scandals sell records, tapes, TV shows, and stuff like that. So you have to ask yourself, you know, is this shit real? Is this shit Memorex? Is this all some kind of big scandal that Bill Cosby and Janice Dickinson bumped up to be relevant? You know, actors and them do this shit all the time, but he got like 75 fucking women after his ass. And so you have to ask yourself, is this shit real? And I personally, I don't know. I don't really understand what the hell happened for all of a sudden these people just came out of the fucking woodwork. You know, but I mean, women have come out of the woodwork, and some famous, some not. And Bill done fucked up. No, I can't put it no nicer than that. I'm sorry for whoever I just offended. But literally, he done fucked up. Just like I just fucked up. Yeah. But yeah, when we fall from grace, and I'm okay, back on track. And I mean, and we, every now and again, actors and all these other people, they do fall from grace. And when that happens, oh my God, falling from grace, I gotta come back down there because I have to get Spender. But when we fall from grace, what does it take to redeem ourselves? Are we even redeemable, from the actions that we've done? Can we be forgiven for everything? I mean, can we? Or is that like a pipe dream? Why in the hell can I get where I'm going? Oh, of course I can't, because I can't use that. Well, that just fucking sucks. But when we fall from grace, did I just come from here? This area can be mined for resources. Yes, Sam. Thank you. Where the hell is the road at? Is that the road? Well, anyway, when we fall from grace, do we have any redeeming capabilities? Damn it, going the wrong way. No, I ain't going the right way. Do we have any redeeming capabilities that make people want to forgive us? Or have we gone so far down in the valley of death that there is no coming back from? I mean, Tiger has some issues, but they weren't as bad as Bill Cosby issues. And for the most part, Tiger, with his sexual issues, was divorced. Well, Bill Cosby, on the other hand, was still married with children, and all of a sudden this shit came up. They making Bill Cosby seem like he was like part of Rabbit or something. No. Now I ain't knocking Bill, because these women, they still pretty hot. I mean, have y'all not looked at Janice Dickinson? She's a little bit of a cougar for my age group, but I'm pretty sure she's fallen from grace a couple of times too. And do we judge men and women differently when we fall from grace? No. I mean, I'd like to know. So you guys let me know how you feel about that. Do we judge men and women differently when we fall from grace? Do we depict them like, oh, well, this asshole decided he wanted to rape some chicks and whatnot, so we don't have no love for him. And I'm not supporting rape in any way, shape, or form. Let's look around. Maybe Zia left something behind. In that same breath, do we treat men and women differently when they fall from grace? The answer to that is really quite simple. The answer is hell yes. Because if a female teacher sleeps with a boy, looks like a wire. He's a god. Alright? Who hasn't wanted to sleep with one of their teachers? Speaking from the male perspective only, what young man, I know a lot of teachers that I wanted to bone when I was in high school. I also knew that shit would never fucking happen. But nowadays, that's like one of the highlights of the fucking news. Now, every time you turn around, some teacher done slept with some boy in high school, and I'm like, look, it's a whole bunch of us single lonely men out here. You a single lonely woman, come and sleep with us. Don't sleep with these little high school kids, getting pregnant by them and all this shit. They've fallen from grace. But we don't judge them as harsh as if a male teacher slept with a female student, excuse me. They be like, oh, this motherfucker raped the girl and shit. And that's kind of where we are in society. Is that we don't judge females as harshly because I guess females can't fuck up like men. And we got company. Guns at the ready. Weapons free. Okay, that'll work. Good job, y'all. Anyway, you have to ask yourself, how far from grace are you literally allowed to fall without having a problem? But we judge women and men totally different. Men are expected to not do dumb shit. But women, we expect to never do exceptionally dumb shit. You would never, back in the 90s, when I was in high school, coming out of high school, students sleeping with teachers was something we only heard about in college. And that was like in college. And in college, that wasn't unheard of, that a teacher and a student could have a relationship as long as she was 18. The school administrators never really did or said anything about that shit. And I guess it may depend on the college, but I guess what you do behind closed doors, if you need to suck a dick to get an A, hey, knock yourself the fuck out. And if you're good at it, get all the fucking A's you can. But I don't want you working on me if you're in med school and you're sucking dicks to get A's, because that means you don't know what the fuck you're doing. And I don't want you cutting my ass the fuck up. And if you actually put in the work and you can't get that A, and you need that A to pass, but you have studied and you put in that work, okay, well, if you gotta suck a dick to do that, then you do that, because I'm not gonna judge, and more importantly, I'm not gonna know unless you get busted. And in that case, I wouldn't really say that you've fallen from grace. I would just say, you were young and you really wanted your career more than you wanted your moral capacity. And there ain't a whole lot wrong with that, because there's almost nothing I wouldn't do to get my acting career happening, except maybe like gay sex or some shit like that. I wouldn't do that. But as far as everything else, I'm open. They're like, James, the only way you can get this role is if you're gonna be nude through the whole movie. Okay, cool. How long is the movie? How long am I in the movie? No, well, you're only in the movie for 10 minutes because you're the first guy that dies. You get an arrow through the chest. Okay. So, I die with my dick and shit in the wind. I can live with that. As long as, I get more roles after that. I would hate to do all that shit and then never work again. And I want to be one of those working actors that's actually, working. I be one of those actors like Al Leon. I'm working. I die in every film I'm in, but I'm working. So you can't really complain as long as you're working. People who don't know this business don't understand what the hell I mean. Because some people who actually can act can't get work worth a fuck. And some people who can't act get all the goddamn work. But that's the way this business works. If you are very marketable, you make it. And if you're not very marketable, you can still make it. You just won't be as famous, as rich, as paid. But in the same breath, if it's what you want, you have to work for it. It's just that simple. And sometimes you have to make sacrifices. Now, I'm not saying I would be gay in a movie like The Short Bus. I have some morals, but The Short Bus was a really good movie. I didn't know that it was unsimulated sex until I actually really looked at it and then read about it. And it's a good movie. So James Cameron Mitchell, if you decide to make a sequel, I'm open for a job. Nothing else. It's a good fucking movie. It told a good story and it actually had real live sex in it. That's awesome. And it did real good at Cannes Film Festival. So, I mean, good God, we blew that bitch to hell. God forgive me. Because I normally do not call women that. I have to be really, really mad. Vex is just tearing people a new asshole. But yeah, when it comes down to little shit like that, you have to make sacrifices on jobs sometimes. And if you really want fame and fortune, sometimes you have to bend when you would much rather be standing up. You know, sometimes you have to make movies that you would not normally make. But you know, when is the line crossed when you fall from grace? Where is the line if you fall from grace? Should have been an opportune question. But you know, I guess you'll have to figure it out. I guess it's all about the fans. And you know, that's the one thing you have to remember as a entertainer. You know, sometimes you take a role because it's the only role you can get, and sometimes you don't. But sometimes you make a moral stand, and sometimes moral stands come back to bite you in the ass. So you kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. And a lot of times, you know, in film, you know, some of the stars that you would never think would do some of the things you've seen them do, they do it. You know, I mean, there was lots of actresses that I never thought I'd see naked, like Halle Berry. I never thought I'd see them breasts in a film, and I've seen them in two, Swordfish, and seen a whole lot more of her than I expected in the movie with Billy Bob Thornton, which for some reason I can't remember right now. But it will always go down in the history of this love scene pissed off every black man on the fucking planet. And it did. A lot of black people at Monsters Ball, thank you. Every black person that I've talked to who has a crush on Halle Berry, and even if they don't have a crush on Halle Berry, has said how much that they weren't too fond of that love scene, either one of them, with Halle Berry and Billy Bob Thornton. And yes, it was racially charged and racially motivated, which is why they didn't like it. Now here's my thing on that. Had she been sleeping with Denzel or somebody, y'all motherfuckers probably would have still been mad. Because she's not sleeping with you. And besides that, Halle Berry is married, or she was married at the time, to a white dude. So that shit was old hat for her, you know, in her personal life. You know, but you know, we can't come down on our stars because you know without them we're gonna die of boredom, and without us they're gonna die of starvation. So it's kind of a give and take and a give and give. It just depends on I guess point of view, perspective. So as I end this video, I want you guys to think about this. When we fall from grace, when a man or a woman falls from grace, who do we judge more harshly? As of later years, we have been judging men like we're the fucking devils, and we have judged women like they were saints. And as far as like the sex registry and all that crap, you know, it's kind of hard to prove a woman is raping a man. When most men, if a woman was raping us and it didn't involve them sticking something up our rectum, none of us would tell unless she was like sloppy or had some kind of disease or something. But you know, it's kind of crazy like that. You know, just for the simple fact that those things do happen. And most of the time when we pass judgment on a man, it's because he's a man. But you would think, like with all the high school female teachers that sleeping with all these high school boys, if we don't come down on them and women can play the rape card or the fear card, a man can't really do that and get away with it. You know, no matter how tiny the guy is, like, well, you know, she was bigger than me. That shit don't float. It's like, you're a man. You should have been able to fight her off. Well, here's the sad truth of that. I'm 5'3", and if a woman 5'9" and 200 pounds set on me and wanted me to have sex with her, it's probably not much I can do about it but comply. But being that I'm a martial artist and a fighter, no one's gonna believe that I sit there and let that shit happen. Now, after all, I am a man. Now, the catch-22 on that is, as a man, and this is very offensive, so ladies, please turn away. Men, unclog your ears and prepare for tears for fears, not the rock group, but from what I'm about to say. As a man, I love pussy. Now, let's just get that out there. I love pussy. I I love pussy like I love breathing. So, unless she's like harmful on the ass and 1,000 pounds, or she trying to make me sleep with a water buffalo or some shit, I'm probably not gonna tell anybody that a woman raped me. Just for the simple fact that me being a martial artist, that would probably be like the most shameful thing that I could probably do. But it's just like domestic violence. You know, men are victims of domestic violence too. Most of them aren't going to say anything because male pride. Well, I can't find this damn thing. It's beeping, but I can't find the motherfucker. It's pissing me off. Sorry, got off subject. When it comes down to domestic violence, you know, we rarely see cases where men report the fact that they reported in with a woman whooping their ass. Most of that shit is straight up male pride and shame. Now, whatever's in this room, I can't find it. So, fuck it. Maybe it's outside of the house. But anyway, you know, whatever it is, you know, most of the time, male pride and shame will keep a man from telling anybody, especially like his friends and his family and his girlfriend is whooping his ass. I mean, that there in itself is something for guys to secretly go back behind your back and say, hey, y'all know that damn James? He was getting his ass kicked by his girlfriend all the fucking time. Motherfucker told me in confidence. I wasn't supposed to tell nobody. But you should know your friends. And if you don't know your friends, then you probably will know this now. They probably all have discussed the fact that you have gotten your ass kicked by your girlfriend. Now, if the shoe is reversed and a man is beating up on his woman, oh, it's on. Found it. It's on like neck bone. And, you know, no matter what she has done or said to you, the best solution in a situation with you and a woman and y'all having some kind of domestic dispute is to get the fuck away from her as fast as you can and keep your hands to yourself. Now, where the fuck is the car? No, man, there you are. But you know, a lot of people can't do that because a lot of people are just too damn scared or thinking that they could probably hit the woman and get away with it. Well, here's a tip. When you hit a woman, unless she has something in her hand, and especially in the state of Virginia, your ass is going down, buddy. You're going to slam down. You do not skip go, do not collect your $200. You are going slam the fuck down. You are going to the fucking jail, and it ain't going to be nothing you can do. You're either going to go to jail or you can go to hell, but you're going to one of them. And so, the best thing I can tell you on that is to not do anything stupid. Now, and you know, for some people, that's the hardest task of them all, is to not do anything stupid. You know what? We're not going to do that right now. We're going to go back here. No, come on, get on the damn thing, man. I'm going to go do this doctor board. I'm James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Epic number 2. Be seeing you.